been in the business for about 15 years now. You know, agencies are always out for pitch and they're always probing new clients and new networks and new opportunities. And for the first time in quite, I would say in my 15-year career, we're actually getting calls from clients. So they're calling us, wanting to know more. Please send us your credentials. Don't come and pitch. Can you come for a coffee? So it's really been good. It's been a very exciting, I would say, 3 to 4 months, since we obviously started or thinking about this concept. Okay, so in the Bob Collective, I mean, besides your conventional services that we offer as an agency, it's interesting because what we've done is, although I would say other agents will argue that this is a typical collab model, we've gone into a more specialized route. We've looked at the best, and we call obviously Bob best of breed, but we've looked at the guys from a strategy point of view. So we've got strategy, which is your brand strategy, but also business strategy translated to brand strategy. From there, we go into retail strategy. So we've had a very strong component in terms of understanding what the retail segment and the consumer journey is about. So we've got a very strong retail strategist in that position. And then from that strategy, we obviously go into your creative, your through the line, above the line, below the line, all the lines, everything like that. Then we've got mobile and digital, okay, which is a very big component of big part of our business. From that, we got into social media and to PR. And then from PR, we go into events and activations. And currently, we are busy recruiting in the architectural and interior space. So those are 2 things that we at the moment still, contemplating and looking for the so-called best of breed. These are very interesting dynamic, and the fact is everybody's entrepreneurial. These are all small businesses, all business owned, business run. And everybody's under the same roof, which is really, a very big, part of the success of the model. And how it really works is, Bob is call it the procurement arm of the business. And what we do is we look at the need of the client. So we'll approach the client will approach us. We'll then identify who's the right people and the best people for the specific job. And because everybody's solution thinkers and everybody's very entrepreneurial, I mean, everybody wants to play a role. But Bob's decision is to sit around the table and then to develop its brain's trust and say, okay, this specific job, this specific need of this specific client is the following. And sometimes it's only strategy, sometimes it's only creative. We would like to look at holistic projects, and that's the dream client for us is a holistic client. One that starts off with strategy and ends off with an activation or something route to market or at store or consumer level. So, I mean, the challenge for us is really to deal with all the dynamics of the individuals and entrepreneurs. But everybody is, and I won't say they're handpicked, but yes, they are handpicked. Everybody's picked because there's synergy and understanding, and there's a relationship between all of us. And because it's one big office with like almost 70, I think it's like 78 people now, everybody works in an open plan kind of environment. We all walk into the boardroom, all understand that we can't bring egos to the table and shout and scream for budget as the lead agency model does, and they respect that. I think the biggest benefit is probably is budget. There's no double markup. Okay, so there's no entourage that you're paying for. There's no overhead you're paying for. Bob doesn't have overheads. It's a very small team, and what the client benefits from is having like-minded individuals, all at a certain level of intelligence and experience. I think collectively we've got 140 years of experience, and you don't have the hierarchy you're dealing with. You're actually dealing with the source of the intelligence, the person that's the brains and the vision behind every one of these companies. And the client doesn't pay for that. I mean, as a business owner in an agency world, business owners don't charge. I don't think I've charged R1 for my service in the last 15 years because I'm the owner of the company. It doesn't matter if I'm the creative director. I can't charge for that because Reghard is Reghard. So the client benefits from that because by the time the plan arrives on his or her desk, it's full of intelligence, it's full of solutions thinking, and they're really getting the best of a perfect world. And then from there, yes, obviously there's a team that does the execution. But in the day where budgets are so under pressure and everybody's really worried about doing as much as possible for as little as possible, you need to box smart. And I think what Bob offers is that that smart boxing, and it's offering that as intelligence at no additional charge.